have incredible strength inside, far more than we know. A normal person can move as much as this guy, but only in a crisis. Pinned beneath a 1,200-pound rock, sliding toward a cliff and certain death, a climber finds power in his muscles far beyond normal limits. Sandia Mountains in New Mexico test many climbers. Their granite faces are notoriously unstable.
It's a little steep here.
Mark was in front, and I lost my footing just a little, and by instinct to catch myself, I reached over and put my hands on the wall. And that's when all hell broke loose. The wall essentially came off in my hands.
This thing was huge, and how it could crush him to death, I don't know. I just watched him and couldn't believe he was actually still alive.
The rock slab has trapped St. John. It could crush his ribs, but with his arm muscles, he's able to hold it off, but only just. Worse, he's on a sloping ledge. He's sliding toward a high cliff and doom. He's stunned and in shock, but his body has gone into overdrive. St. John's survival depends on what's locked in the muscles of his arms, chest, and shoulders. But how can mere muscles move something that massive? Muscle tissue works by contracting, pulling on bone, using it like a lever. These contractions occur microscopically. Each of St. John's muscles has thousands of individual fibers, bundled like wires in a cable. As we age, muscles may get bigger or smaller, but we're born with every muscle fiber we'll ever have. Within each fiber are yet smaller filaments. To activate the muscle, chemicals trigger neighboring filaments to ratchet together, intermeshing like locked fingers. As they slide past each other, the whole muscle fiber shortens. These contractions drive all our muscle movement. Yet the big surprise is that most of us use only about a third of our muscle fibers at any one time, even when we feel we exert ourselves. It's the way our muscles deliver power most efficiently. But if St. John's going to stay alive, he has to do something different and move a rock weighing more than half a ton. He's unleashed all the power in his muscles. St. John lifted a boulder weighing 1,200 pounds, 1.5 times the world bench press record.
Under normal circumstances, there's no way I would have been able to lift that rock, even a little bit, let alone lift it all the way off of my body.
St. John, come on! Don't move! Don't move! Injured!
St. John could do the impossible because his brain activated all the fibers in his muscles at the same time. The resulting power was so great, he risked ripping muscle from bone. But in a flash of instinct, St. John's brain made a life-saving decision, triggering every single fiber in his arm and shoulder muscles. Together, they fired in one violent push.
Most people can't consciously or voluntarily make their muscles do that. It usually requires some unique situation. An emergency is a perfect example of a situation where you need a great amount of force. Your body synchronizes instantaneously and you get this huge burst.
I'm going to call for some help, okay?
That power carries a cost. In saving his own life, St. John severely hurt his arm muscles.
With the level of pain that I was realizing that I was in, there was blood everywhere. You know, things were ugly.
Hey, you're not going anywhere, right?
But he survived. We carry awe-inspiring strength in our muscles that we can summon when we're pushed to the limits. But every day, every hour, our bones have to handle huge forces. They take a hammering from normal life. To survive, the human skeleton has evolved a material so strong that no technology can match it. These street gymnasts are among the world leaders at free. A sport that tests the body's flexibility to its limits. And it's only possible because our legs have high-performance shock absorbers. Running puts a strain on our legs 3 times our body weight. A jump can put the skeleton under stress equal to 10 times body weight. But the body has ways to handle such forces. On landing, leg muscles absorb energy like giant elastic bands, so we don't simply collapse. The real key to withstanding shock is human engineering that modern technology can't match. Our knees. The knee bones are connected by ligaments, lengths of fibrous tissue that crisscross. As the joint flexes, they stretch, but ligaments are twice as tough as nylon rope, with a combined breaking strain of nearly a ton. At the joint's core, between the 2 bones, is a remarkable material. Cartilage, a mere fraction of an inch thick. It absorbs the impact's full force. Cartilage shapes the nose and ears and is made of collagen. In our joints, cartilage has remarkable properties. A weave of collagen fibers is surrounded by 80% water. On impact, it acts like a water-filled cushion. Knee cartilage is so strong, it can bear 7 tons before it gives way. What's more, on the pad's surface, collagen fibers are uniquely arranged to make it almost frictionless. The knee bones roll over one another like well-oiled bearings. In a lifetime, hundreds of millions of shocks pass through this tiny area, a uniquely durable design. The human body has evolved materials that perfectly match the demands we make on them. But when events take our bodies beyond normal limits, something else locked within can keep us going. That gives us the superhuman ability to run at full power, even when injured.
In school, I don't always have all the answers, but I sure ask a lot of questions. In the studio, I don't write songs just to please everyone, but I write to please my